Iowa City, Des Moines, Cedar Rapids. In those markets, we're finding that really inventory is low. For the homes that are $250,000 or less, $250,000, $300,000 price range or less, there's a real lack of inventory. And those first-time home buyers that are in those areas struggle just a little bit to find what they're looking for. There's oftentimes a lot of competition. Sellers are able to sell their homes pretty quickly in those price ranges. New construction price range is closer to that 300,000 to 400,000, really at entry level new construction, because the cost of building is rising, and so you really can't build a home for less than that. So it's hard to infill the inventory in that lower price range.
Well, I think what we've heard a lot from developers is that the land cost can be an issue. That land costs are high compared to maybe other parts of the other cities in the state. But I mean, there can be all sorts of things that impact construction costs.
Well, I think Iowa City is a fairly expensive place to get into the housing market to purchase your first home, especially if people don't have the savings to put a down payment. That makes it more challenging. I think from our service providers, we just understand that there's a need for it. The people who purchase the home are appreciative because they're able to get, their own property. They're able to live close to their jobs, so that's helpful.
So I think really the lack of inventory somewhat has caused the prices to rise, and in turn maybe boosting up those interest rates just a little bit to kind of help with that inflation and keep prices from rising quite as much as they have maybe over the past few years.
So we have two homeownership programs. One is called the University Neighborhood Partnership. That's a program where we renovate homes close to downtown, and the renovation costs are essentially a grant to the home buyers, kind of making it more affordable for people who work downtown to purchase a home. We also are starting a program in the South District to do kind of the same thing. We're focusing on Taylor Drive and Davis Street, and we're trying to kind of flip the houses and sell them for a price that would be close to fair market rent for low-income homeowners.
For a first-time home buyer, really the very first step is to figure out your finances. The majority of first-time home buyers are going to need to get a loan. They oftentimes don't have cash, at least for the full amount of the first purchase they make. So get a good loan officer, typically somebody local that knows the market well and knows how to navigate that a little bit. And then they know what they're dealing with. They know what they can afford. They know if they can even get pre-approved or not. So that's the very first step.